Have you ever felt like life is just, well, happening to you? Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving deep into a framework that will fundamentally change how you interact with challenges. We're talking about the 5 magic questions that literally act as a circuit breaker for your brain. We're going to unpack exactly how you can completely break out of autopilot, stop reacting to the chaotic world around you, and finally reclaim your decision-making power. We'll be pulling insights from some incredibly powerful resources on productivity and mental resilience, giving you the exact actionable strategies you need to build and increase your mental strength, starting right now.
Seriously, think about it for a second. Do you ever feel like you have absolutely no choice in a situation? Like you're just constantly putting out fires all day, running from one emergency straight into the next? If you constantly feel overwhelmed, stuck in these reactive patterns, or burdened by a complete lack of autonomy, I need you to know that you are absolutely not alone. It is so incredibly common to feel like a passenger in your own life, but the truth is, that feeling of powerlessness is often just an illusion. It's a trap created by a brain that has learned to stay stuck on autopilot just to survive.
So, here's our roadmap for today's explainer. 1. The trap of reactivity. 2. The 5 magic questions. 3. Regaining power of choice. 4. Habits for mental toughness. And 5. Your daily action plan.
Section 1. The Trap of Reactivity. Why we get stuck on autopilot.
Okay, picture this. Think about the last time you got a highly stressful email from a boss, a demanding client, or maybe even a family member. Your heart starts racing, your stomach drops, and immediately you start frantically typing out a response, right? Well, that is the reactive mindset in full swing. In this state, you feel totally trapped and overwhelmed because every urgent message or unexpected hurdle feels like a 5-alarm fire that you have to put out right this second. Operating from this space chronically drains your mental strength and leads straight to burnout because you're letting external events completely dictate your internal state. On the flip side, we have the proactive mindset. This is the realm of reclaiming choice, active decision-making, and genuine empowerment. It's taking a beat to realize that sure, while you can't control the stressful email coming in, you have absolute control over how and when you respond to it. Shifting from that reactive feeling of being trapped to a proactive sense of empowerment is the ultimate key to reclaiming your autonomy. It's all about moving from playing defense to playing offense in your own life.
Moving on to Section 2. The 5 magic questions, your mental circuit breaker. This sequence is your immediate tactical intervention. It's designed to pull you out of anxiety and thrust you right back into the driver's seat. We aren't just looking at this as some simple checklist. These steps correspond to 5 magic questions that serve as a deliberate mental circuit breaker. So let's walk through how to actually use them. Step 1 is to pause the immediate reaction. The magic question here is, can I take a breath before responding? This incredibly simple question buys your brain crucial time to cool down the fight or flight response. Step 2 is assessing reality. You ask yourself, what is the objective truth of this situation minus all my emotions? This helps you strip away the dramatic storytelling we all tend to do when we're stressed out. Step 3 is identifying options, because hey, there is always more than one. The question is, what are 3 possible ways I can handle this? Forcing yourself to find 3 options automatically proves to your brain that you aren't trapped. Step 4 is making a deliberate choice. Ask yourself, which option aligns best with my long-term goals? This elevates your thinking from short-term panic to long-term strategy. And finally, Step 5 is taking accountable action. The final magic question is, what is the very first step I need to take right now? Notice you aren't trying to solve the whole problem at once. You are just choosing the next right move. If you can internalize these 5 questions, you will literally never be completely at the mercy of your environment again.
Section 3. Regaining power of choice, from questions to control.
Get this. A whopping 75% of our mental energy is frequently wasted on things we simply cannot control. I mean, we lie awake at night agonizing over the economy, the unpredictable weather, other people's opinions, past mistakes, or just unexpected delays. We pour our emotional reserves into an endless void, leaving us totally exhausted for the things that actually matter. That leaves a measly 25% for what we actually can control. Our attitude, our immediate responses, our level of effort, and our personal boundaries. You can see why the 5 magic questions we just discussed are absolutely vital. They act like a powerful funnel, actively redirecting that massive chunk of wasted energy away from the uncontrollable 75% and laser focusing it straight into that 25% slice where your actual real-world choices exist. When you stop worrying about what everyone else is doing and focus purely on your own actionable choices, your mental capacity effectively quadruples. It's huge.
Let's move to Section 4, Habits for Mental Toughness, synthesizing the 20 Ways poster.
To really understand how to get mentally tough, without getting completely lost in a massive list of rules, we've synthesized the source material into 3 highly actionable pillars so you can clearly see the underlying strategy. Pillar 1 is mindset shifts. This is all about cultivating an internal focus so external chaos doesn't completely derail you. A great example of this from the material is intentionally reframing your complaints into gratitude. Instead of groaning, "Ugh, I have to do this difficult project," shifting it to, "Wow, I get an opportunity to challenge myself with this project." Pillar 2 covers physical habits. These are the actionable, daily routines that ground your physical body so your mind can thrive. Because mental toughness isn't just in your head, right? It looks like prioritizing 7 to 8 hours of solid sleep or taking a brisk 10-minute walk to clear the cortisol from your system when you feel overwhelmed. And Pillar 3 is boundaries. This is how you actively protect your energy and time from outside demands. A perfect example is establishing a hard cutoff time for work. You know, like putting your phone on airplane mode after 8 p.m. so you can actually decompress. To be truly mentally tough, you need all 3 of these pillars working together.
Let's drill down into a few of the absolute most impactful habits from the source material that you can begin practicing today to build long-term resilience. First up, embrace immediate discomfort. Think about avoiding a hard conversation with a colleague. Doing that just prolongs your anxiety for weeks. Leaning into that discomfort right away is how real growth happens. Next, set unyielding boundaries. Saying no to an unreasonable request from someone else is often the most powerful way to say yes to your own mental strength. That might look like physically closing your laptop at 5 p.m., no matter what emails are left in the inbox. Third, focus strictly on the present. You can't change the past, and you definitely can't predict the future, so stop wasting energy there. Focus on the exact task right in front of you. Fourth, treat failure as data. When something goes wrong, it is not a reflection of your self-worth. It is simply an experiment that didn't quite work out. You gather the data, adjust your strategy, and pivot. And finally, consistently ask the 5 magic questions whenever you feel yourself slipping back into a reactive state.
Finally, Section 5, your daily action plan, applying the mental strength PDF.
Here's the bottom line. Reclaiming choice is a daily practice. It is not a one-time event. Think about it. You wouldn't go to the gym for one crazy intense workout and expect to be in peak physical condition for the rest of your life, would you? Of course not. Mental toughness works the exact same way. You don't just ask the 5 magic questions once and suddenly become this untouchable master of resilience. You have to repeatedly apply these tools. You have to consciously choose the proactive mindset over the reactive panic, day after day, challenge after challenge. Whether it's a frustrating flat tire on the way to work or a major career setback, that repetition, flexing that mental muscle over and over, is exactly how you build your mental armor over time.
So I want to leave you with a bit of a provocative thought to challenge you as you step back into your day, now fully equipped to reclaim your choices. Which of the 5 magic questions will you ask yourself today to break out of autopilot? When the inevitable stress hits, will you ask yourself to pause and take a breath? Will you ask what the objective reality of the situation actually is? Or maybe you'll ask yourself what your real options are, instead of believing you're trapped. The next time you feel overwhelmed, let this framework be the trigger that flips the switch from reactive panic to proactive power. Thank you so much for joining me in this explainer, and I highly encourage you to put these questions into practice right now. You've got this.